Hello everyone and welcome to French GCSE. So during the course of this presentation I'll be talking to you about why choose a language at GCSE. Then we'll look at what you will be covering, so the content, what you'll be covering over the 2-year period, and then finally at that assessment process and how that will impact on you. Okay, so I think first and foremost you've got to have an interest in the subject. It's really important. Studying languages at GCSE and later on opens up the mind to new cultures, new ways of seeing the world, and of course it opens doors to more job opportunities and more higher paid jobs, which in our current climate is even more important. Okay, so French is the subject for you if you want better career prospects and opportunities, further your communication and memory skills, a better grasp of language in general and culture, and that then opens up to and facilitates, should I say, language learning at a later stage, an insight into French culture. So if you aspire to the above and have a natural curiosity of people, languages and culture, then the study of French is the subject for you. Okay, so we're going to look a little bit at the content and skills. So language at GCSE builds up on what you've already learned in years 7, 8 and 9. And you probably know more than you think. It often is the case. Okay, so it's all about taking those steps, building up on prior knowledge and continuously reinforcing what we have learned. And practice is what makes that perfect. Okay, so there are lots of cross-curricular links. I've named a few subjects here. Study of a language is also, I think, about perfecting our own language. Our own grammar is very literacy based. So we'll look at how language is built, how it's formed, study different tenses and how we build those. And we often review our own language learning of our own language of English in order to solidify those techniques and solidify those rules. Okay, so in maths we're looking at patterns, history, we've got the cultural aspects when we study key events and make reference to things like D-Day and Bastille Day. We look at, in geography, obviously we've got the travel and tourism, okay, and this of course is explored at greater depth when we move on to A-level, where we make the transition from the focus around the self to explore popular culture, build on a wider understanding of the political world, multiculturalism and patriotism in French-speaking countries. So we tend to look more at the trends and how things have changed over the years. Okay, so what will you learn at GCSE? So the course is divided up into 3 key themes. Okay, so theme 1 is about identity and culture, and you'll see that most of the topics here are things that we have covered at some stage in Key Stage 3 with a build-up. So if we look at the first topic, for instance, we're looking at marriage and partnerships. We're looking at different views on family structure, on marriage and how that's evolved over the years. So we'll sort of look at it more in depth into those sorts of areas and have those sorts of discussions. Okay, theme 2 will be looking at local, national and international areas. So here again we'll look at the area where we live, how that's changed over the years. We'll look at social issues. That's newer, I would say, at Key Stage 4. There's been minimal, so that's new content, minimal coverage of that at Key Stage 3, certainly for the charity and voluntary work. Okay, so we'll be looking at global issues, so the environment, poverty and homelessness, and then of course the travel, holidays and travel and different regions in France. In theme 3, we'll return to us again and what our future aspirations are, talk about our school life, post-16 education, what our plans for the future, jobs, careers and our future ambitions. Okay, so here again we have linking the idea of PSHE and looking at jobs and job opportunities that might involve using languages. Okay, so the assessment process, there are 4 exams at the end of the course. So we are actually preparing for 4 different exams. There's listening, speaking, reading and writing. Okay, the 4 exams are equally weighed, so the 25% for each area, for each assessment focus. And we also have tiers in languages, so we have higher tier and we have a foundation tier. The speaking exam will be completed by your class teacher, but it will not be marked by your class teacher. It is sent to the exam board because everything is marked by the exam board. Okay, so the exams will take place in May, June of 2023. So it's a linear course, which means that you will sit all of your exams at the end of the course. Okay, so all students are prepared for the final GCSE exam, and there will be assessments as we are studying the course, so end of unit assessments, and then some revision focus and coaching through the exam and what that might look like, with looking at timings and preparing for maximising our time and learning those skills to make sure that we are fully prepared to sit that exam. Tier entries are discussed and finalised post year 11 mock examination. Okay, and you have just put here so that you can see how it's separated out and what the different aspects of each exam. Okay, so you've got the length of the exam at foundation and higher, and that's for all the 4 papers. Okay. So career opportunities, language skills, as we've said, are sought after. So quite a lot of jobs do ask for a language at GCSE, some at A-level, because there are lots of things that are linked to that. There's that perseverance, there's that hard working, there's that memory, the memory skill, there's being adaptable, and communication skills are obviously a big aspect of it. So language skills, for those wishing to pursue a career in language oriented areas, so the armed forces is a key one, and they do actually ask for a language currently. Nursing, midwifery, the pattern symbols and formulas for those intending to pursue a scientific career. Okay, and then the ability to communicate freely and understand others for those entering management and careers which require the ability to relate to others. Okay, so business and sales, travel and that sort of job. Okay, so hopefully that's given you an insight into what the course entails, some idea of what you might be considering if you are focusing, if you have a particular career in mind. If you have any questions or any queries after this presentation, then please don't hesitate to get back in touch with the team, myself or the team, and we'll be happy to discuss this further with you. Thank you very much for listening, and take care, and hopefully see you soon.